Do a quick walk around of a 812 Superfast today. This is our key. We've got our unlock, lock, rear bonnet, and interior dome lights. We're gonna hit unlock. Gonna pop the trunk. In the trunk underneath, we'll have our toolkit right here. I hope you never have to use it, but it is there. You do have a pass-through. You can remove this shelf here, and you've got the full trunk to use. Close that up. Adjust my seat here. Fire that up. All right, so on this side, we're gonna have our pod that controls this screen. So this pod here can kind of go through each item. We'll hit back to go to the main menu. So we've got status, trip, VDA, and settings. We're just on status. This will tell us our temperatures of our water and oil pressure, battery voltage. This is going to be our tire temperature and tire pressure. We've got our mile per hour since I don't have it pulled up on this screen. Next screen will be our trip odometer. Tell you how fast you went. To reset, just hold this button. That will reset. Same thing here. Our VDA. So VDA, this will be a visual representation of the temperature of the car, or each system in the car. So you'll get a blue engine whenever you start the car in the morning. Brakes, same thing, they'll be blue until they get heat in them. If you're at the track and it goes to yellow or red, you may want to slow down. Let your brakes cool off. If it goes to red, I imagine you're going to have a warning light or two that'll tell you to stop. I've yet to have that happen. Right here, we're going to have our vehicle dynamic system controlled by the Manatino. So you'll have your F1 traction control, your E differential, your F1 DC, which is going to be your gearbox, your ESC, which is basically your side slip control or your stability control, your four-wheel steering, and then your SCM, which is your suspension control module. That's controlled by this switch here. So you have sport, race, CT off, and everything off. If I go back to wet as well, we'll start there. Wait till that gets out of our way. So in wet, everything is just dialed back as much as possible. Go up to sport, get a little bit more aggressive. Race, you're gonna have your suspension is gonna be full stiff. Your gearbox is gonna shift at its highest speed. Your four-wheel steering is gonna be a little bit more active. E differential, a little bit more engaging. Traction control is going to be a little bit less invasive. Same with your electronic stability control. CT off is even more of everything other than the F1 DC and the SCM. So your differential is going to engage a little bit sooner. Four-wheel steering, all that good stuff. So in any mode that I'm in, I can hit this button here, and that's going to make my suspension soft. So it goes to full soft. So I can be in CT off, I can be in race, and I can be in sport, and we'll do the same. And let's go back over here. Go to settings. So you've got your settings menu to give you your dimming, your right display, which you can go to digital speed or speedometer, the traditional style swinging hand. Date and hour, language, measurement units, car settings. In here you can kind of mess with when doors lock and unlock, your parking sensors. I like to leave this off. If you do choose this, anytime you're under 6 miles an hour, your parking sensors go off. To me, it's kind of annoying, especially when you're sitting at a stoplight and it's just beeping at you. Auto hazards, whenever you hit a certain threshold with the braking system, your pedal pressure, it's going to activate the auto hazard. So those will come on, let people know behind you that you're braking pretty hard. Buzzer volume, light sensor, RPM on the steering wheel, glove box key, snow chain mode, which I don't think anybody will be using on an 812, but it is a possibility. You've got your service, so this tells you when service is due. 12,500 miles or every 365 days. And then the last one is Calibrate Tpms. For this, you want to air up your tires to the correct pressure, assuming you don't have a leak. Once you've aired those up to the correct pressure and checked it manually, you will hit this button right here and it will kind of set the calibration system. You'll need to drive the car about 5 miles to fully reset it. And that's it for this screen. You'll also have your cruise control, and then this is your adjustments for your cruise control. You just click this to set it, click this to turn it on, and then you've got the increase and decrease. You also got your auto for the lights. You can turn on your low, or you can turn off your low beams, turn on your parking lights, etc. On this side, we've got our radio controls. So I've got my speedometer pulled up right now. I'm going to go to the home. I'm going to hit this home button here. So here you'll have home. This will be your favorites, settings, and then back. Settings can be used on any menu. So wherever you are in this screen, you can use the settings menu to kind of go through that. So I can just hit speedometer. Brings me to this screen. If I hit radio, I get that one here. This is on Sirius XM. I can go up with this, and that gives me my various channels. Turn the volume a little bit. You can use this here, or there's a toggle right behind the steering wheel right here. Turn that off so the video isn't taken down. All right, so again, source, just click up. That'll take us to FM. If I want to go through the channels manual, I can go right here, click list. This will allow me to go through the various channels. I can also use this to click to the left or right, and I can get to a different menu, or I can turn it and it will scroll through the channels as well. So I hit my favorites button here. I don't currently have a favorite saved, but if I would like to, I hit back. So I'll hit list, click and hold this button right here. And now this is added to my favorites. And then I can click my favorites button. And now I've got my favorites that'll pull up. So let's go back to that actually. So if I click up again, I've got, so anytime I've got something here, means that I can click this up and that will show me the options that I have. So I've got radio and then I've got media. So media would be your phone. You just have to pair your phone and then you can, operate all of that through the system here. The next would be media, which I was just at. So I can click that, pair my phone, which I can't do while I'm recording, but got that. And we've got navigation. So navigation's pretty simple. I just click up like usual to access that screen. Go here, enter the destination. If I don't already have an address entered as home, I can do that. So I can click address. I can also use this button here on the steering wheel to vocally tell the navigation what I would like it to do. So the next screen will be your phone, which I just clicked right to be able to do that. So to pair it, you just click OK. You'll go to the settings menu on your phone, go to Bluetooth, and that'll allow you to pair it. Last screen, we'll kind of move a little quickly here, but so I've got my audio settings. So this will have your equalizer, volume control, balance and fader, speed dependent volume, so you can turn that up or down, which means that basically that'll allow you to, or allow the radio to increase volume as you're driving the car faster, it will get louder. Other audio settings, go in here, volume attenuation, it's kind of just a in-depth version of this list. Quantum logic, and this has the hi-fi, so it's got a little bit more options than most. We'll go to the steering wheel here to kind of skipped over. Again, behind the steering wheel, you'll have your volume. There's a little dial back there. You can click it to mute as well. So you can see that happening here. There's mute. Click it again, and now I've got volume. I've got the radio turned off or off a station. But here will be your brights. So I can click back, and that will flash my brights. Click forward, and they will stay on. You've got your blinkers, front and rear. If you lightly press, it'll do a 3 blink and then disappear. You feel a threshold there that will, you know, if you click it hard enough, it'll just stay on. And then you're going to have, again, the voice control, answer, disconnect for your Bluetooth. This is going to be your suspension button, start, stop. This is the fun one. As well as the Manatino here. You can go through the various adjustments. You can do that on the fly. No need to stop the car or do anything like that. The final button is going to be your windshield wiper. So it's just a dial. You flip it over once, it'll put you in auto 1. You also have auto 2, 3. I think it goes all the way up to 4. I'm not going to do it here on the showroom, but this button here will be to spray. Again, not going to test that one out on the showroom either. Down here will be your air conditioning controls. So your air conditioning, you'll have auto. You can kind of set it wherever you'd like, and it will cool itself. Got fan speed, front defroster, rear defroster, all that good stuff. Driving wise, you've got your reverse here, auto. This will toggle between auto and manual, and then your launch control. The P there in the tachometer is where it's going to show the gear position. The gear position, you obviously put it in reverse, it'll show reverse, first gear, all the way up to 7th, etc. And then if I click auto, which I just did, now for this car, because I clicked auto, it will be in manual mode. If I click auto again, it will go into automatic shifting, so you don't need to worry about hitting the paddles. In manual mode, you do need to worry about hitting the paddles. And that's about it. This car actually has the passenger display, so pretty simple. Kind of similar concept as what's going on this screen, just over there for the passenger. So you'll have navigation, point of interest, your G meter, gear speed or gear selector, speed, rev counter, point of interest for navigation. I can just hit this over here, plug in my point of interest. I've got my media. Oop, skipped it. So there's my media. I can choose a source, and I can also choose a song through there as well, once I have that source pulled up. And then I can also do my Manatino display, but everybody's favorite is the performance meter. And that's it. Up here you'll have your auto dimming, or I'm sorry, your auto dimming mirror, and then you've got your auto on and off for the start stop, which everybody loves to hit as soon as they get in the car. You also have your lock button, and then your interior alarm. Interior alarm on a coupe, it's not really necessary. If you're parking the car, your doors are going to be closed, your windows are most likely going to be rolled up. If they're not and the car's locked, you probably don't want somebody in your car anyway. So you know, that's a button that we use oftentimes on the showroom if we've got a convertible. Otherwise, not really necessary. Then above that, you'll have your dome lights. Underneath the mirror, you'll have your home link buttons. And that's it. 812 Superfast.